Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the latest installment of Split Second, the show where I don't really have any idea what I'm doing, but the real value is the lessons we learn along the way. My name is Julio. I love watches. Let's just go ahead and dive right into it then. Now, before we continue, a quick wrist check. I am rocking that Omaha Beach from Sangamon Watches that I got from wristcheckmonthly.com a little while ago. And I am still quite astounded by the crystal especially, but just everything about this watch is just great in my opinion. This is the Phoibos Eagle Ray GMT.
Hey boss, not for nothing, but the Eagle Ray GMT has been out of stock for over a year. Why are you making a video on it?
Quiet, yo! Because Phoibos just came out with their Eagle Ray Compressor, and they're very similar in style and size. This way people can get an idea if the watch is for them.
I don't know. That connection seems kind of tenuous, doesn't it?
Hey, come here!
Ow! Hey, watch it, huh? Watch it. Look, boss, I made a funny.
Yeesh. This bit is running long enough already. We don't have time for watch puns. Eh? Time? Listen, we don't have an Eagle Ray Compressor on hand, okay? This channel still isn't even a blip on Phoibos' radar. Yet. So, I don't really get review samples. And if I shell out another $360 for another watch, my wife is gonna kill me. So we go with the GMT. Got that?
Whatever you say, boss. I'm not even real anyway. Goodbye.
I think I've been in lockdown for too long. This is the Phoibos Eagle Ray GMT. And even though it's out of stock, you should really stick around for the rest of the video. Phoibos just released their Eagle Ray Compressor, and I think I just may have some useful information for you. Before we get going, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell, that way you can get notified whenever I publish a video. Also, remember I'm hosting a 100 subscriber giveaway. Link in the iCard and in the description down below. In this video, you'll get what I like about the Eagle Ray GMT, what I wish were different about it, and any QC issues I may have run into along the way. You'll get all the specs and a comparison to the Eagle Ray Compressor, so hopefully you can decide if it's right for you. And hey, every now and then, the odd Eagle Ray GMT pops up on eBay, so you just may be able to get your hands on it. But not this one. This one is mine.
My precious. Stupid fat habit.
Sorry. The Eagle Ray GMT was released in late 2019, and it sold out shortly thereafter. Phoibos had already had quite a successful run with the original Eagle Ray and the Eagle Ray Bronze. Now this line has become kind of their signature, and it's the only collection in the range that actually has 2 pages on their website. The GMT, however, is set apart from the Eagle Ray to come before it and every one to come after it in that it's powered by a quartz movement. Inside this watch is a Ronda 515-24H, which is basically a 4-hander of a Ronda 515. Not a bad caliber. Plus, Phoibos gets to advertise a Swiss movement, right? The other thing that makes this watch stand out is that it's the first to feature the compressor aesthetic with those dual crowns, both of which are actually signed. This watch is super wearable at 41 millimeters, 12 millimeters thick, and 46, almost 47 millimeters lug to lug. It has a lug width of 20 millimeters, so you will never be at short on strap options. Speaking of straps, this one comes on a very comfortable Tropic rubber strap with a signed buckle. The dimensions on the Eagle Ray Compressor are pretty much identical except for the thickness, since it's powered by the NH35. Now, the top crown on both of these models controls the inner rotating bezel, which on the GMT is a 24-hour, as you can see, and on the compressor it's a dive time bezel. And as you can see, it's also a screw down crown. In the first position, the bottom crown, which is also a screw down, allows you to, on the GMT, adjust the GMT hand. You can only adjust it in one direction though. And in the other direction, you can adjust the quick set date. Now both of these crowns, as I mentioned earlier, are screw down, which helps provide the Eagle Ray GMT with 300 meters of water resistance. Now, in the compressor, the first position only allows you to do the quick set date since there's really no GMT hand to speak of. Now, the dial, however, is pretty much the same. It's almost identical. And you get pretty much the same color variants on both. A black, fume, green, red, and blue, as well as a black and gilt version. You get rectangles at the 6 and the 9. You get double rectangles at 12. You get a framed date window at 3. And you get circular indexes everywhere else. All indexes are actually applied and not printed. And the trademark Phoibos Kraken, yeah, okay, you can call it an octopus if you want. To me, it's a Kraken, is at 12, and at 6 on the GMT, you get the simple printing advertising its key feature, as well as the water resistance. On the compressor, the word GMT is swapped out for automatic. So, overall, it's a pretty uncluttered dial. Phoibos are pretty well known for their loom, and they don't skimp out here with 15 layers of BGW9, which are applied on all indexes, the bezel, and those syringe-tipped hands. Finally, all of that is safely tucked away behind an AR-coated sapphire crystal and within a bead-blasted 316L stainless steel case. Now, on the compressor though, the case is a mix of brushed and polished, but you still get that sapphire on the top. Now, what do I like about the Eagle Ray GMT? Well, the dial is just gorgeous. Look at it. Those applied indexes really pop, and I love that they framed the date window. I really do enjoy the mix of Arabics and Romans on the bezel and train track chapter ring, respectively. The size of this is just perfect for me. I have a 7-inch wrist for your reference. Being a quartz, it's super lightweight, and you never have to worry about setting it. The bead blasted finish really sets it apart from the rest of the watches in my collection, and that Tropic rubber strap is really comfy and flexible and pliable. Alright? Now, what do I wish were different on it? Well, not much, to be honest. One thing that sticks out is that with the Fume dial being pretty much black all around the edge here, they could have color matched the date wheel. Something they did do on a prior and subsequent Eagle Ray models. So it was more than likely a design choice, since from a distance, that date window actually makes a passable impression of an index. And speaking of the date complication, if it were my pick, I would have had it at the 6 o'clock here for optimal symmetry. While different, the bead blasted case did pick up a pretty noticeable nick, and you can see that right here, right there, which I feel would have been camouflaged by a brushed finish. And I also wish they would have given the option to get this on a bracelet. Yep, you heard me. The guy who has repeatedly mentioned he's not a bracelet guy asking for a bracelet. It just would have been nice to have the option, that's all. Maybe I wouldn't have gone for it, but I know plenty of guys who like a good bracelet on their watch. The last thing I would have changed on this watch is what Phoibos actually did with the compressor. They released an automatic version. I know there's a lot of snobbery out there regarding quartz, and I can admit I do engage in that a teensy bit, even though I have a pretty decent balance of quartz and automatic in my collection. But there's just something about the mix of art and engineering that comes with wearing a mechanical movement. It's hard to put into words if you've never actually owned an automatic watch. As you can see though, my gripes are pretty minor. QC issues? Well, I only really ran into one. Upon receiving the watch last year, the GMT hand was fast on mine. It would rotate 1.75 times per day instead of only once. So instead of the GMT going around the dial from 12 to 24, it would go from 12 all the way to 24 and then circle around again until the 9 o'clock position here, which basically, you know, it's not what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to only rotate once per day. So I actually contacted Phoibos, and they thankfully were able to quickly remedy the situation, and they sent me a new movement. One trip to the watchmaker later, and I'm happy to say the new movement has been running fine for months. Phoibos really did stand by their warranty here. And speaking of warranty, because this is a quartz rather than an automatic, they provide you with a 1-year warranty instead of the usual 2 that they do. On the plus side though, now I have an extra movement lying around, which, you know, even though the GMT function on it doesn't work, I can use it as a 3-hander for a custom build later on down the road if I'm so inclined. So, yay for me. Yay! So, I hope this video helped you make up your mind a bit if you were on the fence about getting an Eagle Ray compressor. Sorry, but since I don't actually have one on hand, I can't speak to the quality of the bracelet, but I'm sure you can find a few videos out there that do speak to it. As a matter of fact, I linked to one down below. Just finish this video first, yeah? They are already starting to sell out, so if you want one, don't sleep on it. Now, that'll be it for today's video. Remember, again, I am hosting a 100 subscriber giveaway, and we are so close to getting there. Only 29 more subscribers at the time of filming this video. So, if you like this video, smash that like button. Leave a comment down below if you like this format or even if you hate it. Your feedback means a ton to me, and it helps shape how this channel is actually going to look in the future. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with other watch enthusiasts. Stay safe, mask up, and remember, be kind to each other because life can change in a split second.